what's the name? Majority of people don't really find this stuff interesting, and I want you to know also inside the video, I don't got that biblical knowledge
There
like
we go.
Tadariak. This nigga is a monster when it comes
Yeah,
to the Bible. Don't get me
yeah,
wrong.
yeah, dude.
And
That's why
I,
I say, dude, real knowledgeable. But I just be wanting to hear, cause like I say, you the closest person I know to an Israelite. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
and I feel like you very knowledgeable. So so just
I
asking
want I
questions.
want to make sure that it's known that I have a lot of respect for the brother. I have a lot of respect for what's the name, the camps. They do a great deal out here, and a lot of people be hating on them. And I don't want people to think that this is me hating on them. I just got some disagreements. That's it.
Oh yeah, dude, definitely be putting in the work, footwork, and he be. I like what he be saying.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
okay,
talked to him a few times.
and then this another one. You talked to him a few times. You say?
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
damn.
yeah.
Yeah.
He do a morning show where he's sitting inside his car. I called up to him and he answered some good questions for me. I think he talked to me about Hosea chapter what's the name 1 verse 10. He talked to me about Matthew chapter 24. I think that's the one with a bunch of parables inside of it. But yeah, he set me straight on a few questions I have for him though. But continue though, brother.
Oh, so this was a good one. I want see this one of the ones I wanted to ask with the fellas too, because I feel like it was a good conversation. So on this one, okay, all right. When you of age, all right, should you as a black man be fixed, complete, or disciplined before you try to get in a relationship?
You should be complete before you get into a relationship. Realistically, if you would like, it was saying if you're trying to do things perfectly, but then I don't think that you can actually put a standard on when you settle down. That's more inside of the grace of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? If we really talking about from a biblical standpoint, you know what I'm saying? Then you could have none of your pieces together and find the right woman, and you know what I'm saying? It could work out. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all could actually make something happen from there. So I don't think that it is a point where it needs to be a perfect setup. If I can answer that correctly, if that makes sense to you, it's no perfect setup.
Yeah, like I, I, I guess not really. I won't say a perfect setup, but the setup seemed perfect. Say for instance, I got me a crib, I got a car. You know what I'm saying? I'm stable. You know what I mean? Now I feel like it's time to date or really search for a mate. Not even date. Let me say search for a mate. Like
Just that, me personally, I think that we should be if we was community oriented the way that I would actually like us to be. That you don't need to have a house, a car, and even a job to have a wife. Like sometimes things can happen in the complete opposite of that. You got to get a wife and work on your career, and then get you a house so that you can nest and get a car so you can take care of your little family. Like, and if we was a community that actually stood on this, we'd be able to take our youngsters in and then let them be in a young relationship that nest this way to success instead of making them scratch pennies together so that they can get through everything and then get married once they 45. That's goofy. So you know what I'm saying? I want the youth to lean on the elders for support. And that don't happen if we just send them out into the world and then make sure they get everything straight by themselves.
okay, all right. So you feel like basically you saying like kind of live your youth life, you know, but still try to stay on path. But once you get it right, and even if you want to jump out there and date, if you find that person, like y'all doing y'all thing, long as y'all make it work out together.
Realistically, I would actually like my sons to be arranged into a marriage or something similar, close to an arranged marriage. It means there's prospects, other families that actually have daughters of their age that are of my understanding and my cultural ilk. And then what's that? If it works, it's good. If it doesn't, then that means that this thing that's just not the one. But then don't have them just going around sleeping with girls every which way and You know what I'm saying? Defiling other people's daughters and shit. I'm not for that part. So that's something that people probably would say because where we grew up at, you know what I'm saying? I sound like a complete weirdo, but to each their own. I think it's better.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah. For me, I don't know if it's the right way. I don't think it's the right way. I think it's your way. However, it works for you, and it's gonna work for you. So that's how I feel. But it just with me with people who go by like I think I go by my guidelines of what what I'm saying, how I live and what I kind of I don't have no religion or I guess you could say really no certain ideology on how I live. I kind of just try to learn, live and learn. You know what I'm saying? Then I go by feelings as I'm living and learning. I know what feels good to me, what don't feel good to me, and I know how to navigate. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. So it's
The
like
problem with that though is that you'll always have everybody has a different feeling, right?
right. That's why I
So
pass
that means
different.
the world would in a perfect your perfect what's that? I can't speak for you, but then inside of your vision of what would be a perfect world, my feelings would be respected and your feelings would be respected. Is that correct or wrong?
Correct. That's definitely correct.
So that means that what if inside of the world that you're speaking of, my perfect world is some devious things, but then you think that the things that I think is not okay. How do you deal with that situation? Where do you lean on for more morality at
It
that
it,
point?
it kind of depends on like it depends on the actions of you. You know what I mean? If the actions of you are trying to be harming towards me or whatever, physically or verbally, if it's verbally, I can handle it. Physically, then I'm gonna defend myself. But other than that, it's like this just it because you get to make your choice during that time. So it depends on what happens. So whatever choice you choose to make at that time, you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
I I wouldn't make a choice that wasn't threatening to me that it caused me to be somewhere I want to be. You know what I mean? So if I feel like
Nah,
it wasn't threatened and if I ain't have to do nothing, like I wouldn't do it. But if I had to do it, regardless of the consequences, I'm gonna go there. You know, because other than that, I probably ain't gonna see you again. Or when I do see you, I probably can avoid you and already leave. Because if I know, you know what I'm saying. But other than that, nah, it just depends on the situation, really. You know.
yeah. So yeah.
But I'm always gonna be respectful when I come to anybody. I'm always gonna be respectful. I ain't gonna never just try to flat out be disrespectful to nobody.
But there's people out here that don't really care about that, and they will be flat out disrespectful.
Yeah, that's on them though. But and I know I came across people like that, but that ain't got shit to do with me. That's you, you know. So I know how to treat it. So I don't let anything just get under my skin, bro. Like no more. I used to, you know what I'm saying. A lot of shit, a lot of things get under my skin. Like you know,
So
and you
I'm about
react.
to ask just so I can see how far people could push that boundary. What if somebody spit on your shirt?
Real, that's assault, nigga. You spit on me, nigga. We taking it there. That's assault. The fuck you talking about, bro? Like that
They
ain't
feel like doing it.
that's
I'm
a no
fucking around.
brainer. That's a no fucking brainer. Motherfucker spit on
Just
you
trying to
like
make
the
sure.
fuck. Like that's saying like nigga. That's really saying like you ain't shit and fuck you. You a pussy. I can do whatever to you. If you can spit on me, and I not do nothing. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, it's totally it's a different.
I had to make sure, man, because I was like, is this nigga delusional or like how far would he allow somebody to
Nah,
like,
that's
you
what
know what
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying?
Like, if you assault me or something, then yeah, I'm gonna defend myself. But you just talking shit. Yeah, all right, you
And
know.
that's the easy part for me. You know what I'm saying? Because yours will always be evolving. It's an evolving state of mind. For me, my viewpoints come out of a book. It has morality inside of it. It will never change. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
see,
saying? Maybe lighten on it a little bit more, but it won't change.
and yeah, and that's my point. Cause I think by people who go by a book, it's like nah, bro. I kind of even if I haven't read that book with certain shit that I know from this book, And if I see like certain people don't ain't going by this book, I be like, come on, bro. Like the book say this, you ain't doing this. But then people try to bend that book for the things they doing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
So
that's
it's
Drewski right there, right?
yeah. So
That
yeah,
Drewski like
nah,
that.
for real, they will though, just for to so it could benefit how they live. You know, they lifestyle. You know, so
Mhm.
therefore it'd be like, damn. So what are the rules to this shit? You know, because I see so many people doing it differently, but they saying it's this. You know, but so yeah, but so okay. I had another question though. Good. So all right, I think this was a pretty good one too. I want to talk to the fellas about this too. All right. Can't no one person fix? I mean, all right. Can no one person fix a black man or a black woman, but a black man or a black woman? And then but a black man has to fix himself first.
I would have to. That has to be elaborated on. I got to see what you actually what they was talking about because
Just
I don't
saying,
know.
like, just saying, can't no black person fix a black person, but a black person. But a man really have to fix himself first before he can even fix a black woman.
Yeah, and I don't get that. I don't get the context behind it. Like you know what I'm saying? Because he's saying that nobody can fix a black man except for a black man. Woman. Black man has to be in order first.
Well,
Okay.
I guess we can go. Well, you don't even have. We can watch the clip first if you don't want to answer. But
I just don't know what he mean by that exactly.
not
So
it,
yeah, the
it's
the
really
clip is
it's really not a meaning. It's just, do you believe only a black man can fix a black woman and a black woman can fix a black man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, only a black woman can fix a black man and only a black man can fix a black woman. But a black man has to fix
I
himself.
think Jesus can. What's the name? What people call him is Jesus, but whatever name, other name that people know him as, he's a black man, and I think he gonna fix all this shit. So, like,
Okay.
so he can fix the black man, the black woman, the white man, the Hispanic man. He gonna fix everybody.
Yeah, so yeah,
So, but
yeah,
then I do
okay.
want to see what his context is. So, but that's what I would say to that nigga. Yeah, the black man about to fix a lot of shit.
All right, cool. Yeah, so all right, on that, let's go to 23 minutes.
Oops, is that right there? That's good enough.
I wouldn't have no problem with with a Mexican.
Look, we could.
But I'll tell you this though. Here's the most important part that a black man is supposed to think when it comes to the black woman is that she's destroyed because we destroyed her. Nobody can fix the black woman but a black man.
Amen.
Nobody can fix the black man but a black woman when we talk about relationships. As far as a black man, period, though, a black man has to fix him. Once you can understand that, you can start with the next thing that it takes is just compassion. When you see that black woman and she messed up, if I was to have a conversation with Summer Walker, somebody over sexualized her, somebody abused her, somebody did something to Summer Walker that changed her whole concept of relationships, and nobody's ever counseled her on it. Nobody's ever cared that she was ran through by somebody that changed her thought process. Somebody taught her that. So it's going to take somebody to go to her and not want her for sex, but to just heal that part in her to change her. Just like for the brothers that sleep with women, throwing them away. Somebody over sexualized him. But the worst thing, one of the things.
We got to. So the crazy thing is that I think that he worded that crazy, but I definitely agree with him because what he pretty much trying to say is that we understand each other's struggle. Nobody understands our struggle like we understand each other's struggle. You know what I'm saying? When I lean on, you know what I'm saying, real family business, you know what I'm saying? What's the name? I can't confide inside of somebody that's outside of our people, inside of that family business. I gotta hit up, you know what I'm saying, my sister. I gotta hit up my mama. I gotta hit up hit up, you know what I'm saying, somebody that's within the understanding of our people. You know what I'm saying? Because what he was explaining was generational things about, you know what I'm saying, these young women being sexualized, these young men that's being sexualized and whatnot that leads to this type of behavior within our community. we understand where that comes from because we've been together throughout this whole time. I don't know if this is exactly what he means, but then if it's along the lines of what I'm saying right now, I agree with it. We the only people who understand each other, brother.
Yeah, for sure. And like when I heard that, I was like, and how he kind of broke it down. You know, it started, it started to resonate with me a little bit. I started to think it'd be like, maybe he owning something right there. So yeah, I pretty much was watching that, and I thought about you, bro. And I wrote some questions down. I just wanted to hear, you know what I'm saying, because I be intrigued by your thoughts and shit. So I wrote down a couple of questions and wanted to, you know what I'm saying, run them by you and get your thoughts on them, man. So I appreciate that, man. And I wish I had some more. It was a long interview and I didn't get through the whole thing, but
I wish he had a biblical conversation instead of just doing a talk show conversation on his part. Our part, I can understand you just asked me a question to see if it aligns up with what he's trying to, what he portrays. There's a lot of things I agree on with, though.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just I thought about you when I seen that, man. I wanted to chop it up with you, so I appreciate you giving me your time and running through that with me. You know what I'm saying? Because you definitely didn't have to do that. So that was pretty cool. So I'm gonna try to go back and chop this up, edit this up, and put that on what's the word, RJ50, man. I do got that still coming, man. I just be so, yeah, what's the word, RJ50? I just be so, man, trying to think I supposed to make shit perfect and precise. It's holding me up. But I think I'm just gonna just start dropping things, man. So, but I do appreciate that, Seven, man. It was my first guest, and I think, you know what I'm saying, my first real guest I didn't interview versus on video. You probably see me just chilling and just talking shit with people. So, yeah, I appreciate that one.
Hey, and I'm always gonna be open to come and help you out, man. If you need me to jump on a stream and you know what I'm saying, you need me to chop it up on any points that you think that I would be good at talking about, I'm ready for you, man.
Oh yeah, right on, for sure. And yeah, man, I'm keep that notebook ready for you, man. I'm telling you, I be keeping that notebook ready because I be, man, you know, be after I get out for pie with y'all, or just even talking to you on a random day. I be thinking, and when I be thinking and shit, and sometimes my algorithm on my phones and on all these social media sites just start coming through, and I be first person I think about. I be like, ooh, I gotta ask Seven this. I gotta see what Seven think about with this. So yeah, appreciate it, man. It's gonna be a lot more questions coming your way, and hopefully a lot more interviews. I'm gonna do it better. Make sure we set up next time. Deal with some on the fly things, some on the fly. You know what I'm saying? You made it happen. You was like, shit, let's go. You want to do it? Let's do it. So this was on the fly right here, man. And,
Hey, yeah, and then after that, hey man, you got work tomorrow?
yeah, I do, bro. I do.
All right, man, cool, man. Get you some rest. You already know that I can hit you up and we can chop it up. You can hit me up, we can chop it up. And then make sure you get some rest though, man.
For sure, man. Appreciate it. And I'm going to get at you later, bro.
All right, peace out, brother.
For sure.